I want to thank the league and Miss Ellis for doing a wonderful job for us, and all the league's helpers that have been putting the signs up and taking them down. If I were to say one thing that I think is important to Edina and most other areas of the state, it would be we must crank up our education funding. Early childhood needs a boost, K-12 needs a boost, and post-secondary, when we're sending kids out of school with $50,000 plus in debt, is wrong. There will never be, or be many years before they are part of a society. They get married, have a family and so forth, and we must change that. All three of those are must. And if I remember right, Art Rolnick once said something like this: the best investment we can make, economic investment we can make, is in the early childhood funding, and it's very much like that. I'm going to be screwing around a little bit, but that's practically what he's talking about. And I agree with him. So let's get education. This was the brain power state. It provided, that's why we have so many 500 Fortune companies here, because they want an educated workforce. Whatever it costs, that's what we have to do. That's a priority of mine.
So, thank you. Bill?
Well, let me join my DFL opponent in thanking the League of Women Voters and this wonderful crowd that we've had here today and the excellent set of questions. And I would just want to close with a few thoughts on why I got into this race. I've had the privilege of being the Republican candidate and walking every street in the city, knocking on every door in the city. I've done it 1.5 times so far, and if I haven't hit you a second time, I'll be there before November. So I've heard the concerns of Edina. I take serious the idea that I'm here to represent you and your concerns at the state legislature. So I listen at the door. I find out what's on your mind, find out what's important to you, and I will be your leader for Edina's future. So again, jobs, our economy, our budget situation, our competitiveness with not just our neighboring states, but with countries around the world. Those are the reasons I got in this race. I believe those are the reasons that the two chambers have endorsed me. Education, very important to me with my daughter in the public schools here. I believe the key to maintaining the good results we've seen from education are keeping our schools united and under the control of our parents and our local communities. I'm trying to avoid more mandates from St. Paul, more mandates from Washington. We need to have schools that are competitive, as Ron explained. But you look, we rank very high in World League tables in dollars spent, very low in results. We're better than average in Minnesota, but we have a lot of room for improvement. And government reform. My predecessor, Keith Downey, has been a leader in government reform, and I hope to continue his work in the Senate. We can continue to, year after year, spend beyond inflation, spend beyond economic growth. We need to get more out of government to help our citizens, and the way to do that is to bring 21st century management techniques, 21st century information technology, new approaches, and not the same old 1950s and 1960s approach to government. I'm asking for your vote November 6th. Thank you.